Welcome back, folks, to more Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. No Pokecenters, no Pokemarts. In our last episode, we picked up a few extra party members, as you can see here, with Tayo and Breloom. And in this part, we're hopefully going to make our progress, make some more progress towards the next city, which I believe is Rustboro. So there are a couple trainers here coming up that we do want to avoid, especially this one, for instance, since she only has a Zigzagoon. But crap, her... whatever. Gonna make mistakes at some point. Her pattern was kind of obvious, that in the fact that she was just rotating in a circle, and I ran too fast. But Tayo, I guess, should be able to finish this thing off too. Whatever. Crit's okay. Everything works out. No problem here. So I'll just finish it off with a quick attack. I believe it's the same. Really? Totally forgot these stupid rich people have full restores. Let's hope for another crit. No dice. So this fight's a little bit of an inconvenience. I did not want to waste these PP on this guy. But we do finish him off, so not too big of an issue. And we do get a level out of it, so it's not the end of the world. But, whatever, the amount of money she does give to us doesn't really help us in the long run anyways, so... This trainer here I can avoid just by running around her like this. However, she does have two grass types, and for that reason, it's just a good decision on my part to face her because, Tayo has a type advantage over her, and may as well get that extra experience while we can. So, it shouldn't be too difficult to deal with these. I believe she has a Lotad and a Shroomish, if I recall correctly. So, should be one peck each. There is a chance that I could get status from Shroomish's Effect Spore, but I have enough berries to be able to deal with whatever does happen, if that should be the case. So, no Effect Spore. We take a little bit of extra damage from that tackle there, but we should be able to finish things off here while retaining, I guess, enough HP where we can just flat out use a potion and heal to full, so that's perfectly okay with us. Alright, so for this upcoming battle though, I do want to switch Mudkip around so that Mudkip will be in this double battle. I believe this is the first instance of a double battle in our game so far, and it won't be our last, so for now we'll heal up Halo. And this item here, although it's blocked off by cut, isn't really that useful, but we may come back and get it later. I think it's like an X item of some sort, which they're not really that great. And even though these people are trainers here, you can just run past them. We do want to face them because it is some extra experience that we may as well throw on there, because we need to get our levels somehow. And even though you can conserve PP here, we may as well fight them because we can. The reason I'm going to attack Lotad only, though, is simply for the fact that C-Dot doesn't really pose any sort of offensive threat to us, so I may as well double team on it, and if Tayo happens to kill Lotad in one shot, all we do is get some extra damage on C-Dot before finishing it off next turn. So there we go, Mudkip gets to level 10. In addition to this, he learns Water Gun, which is fantastic for the upcoming gym. Certainly going to make use of that. He does... C-Dot does harden up, but I believe one peck will still be able to finish it off, and if not, Tackle's going to finish things off for it. So, C-Dot goes down, gets some extra experience for the both Mudkip and Tayo, and onward we go. Now the thing I'm trying to get here is I want Mudkip to be evolved by the time I face the gym, so right now he is only level 10, so it's going to take a bit of battling before he's in a capacity where you can do that. So for now we're just gonna have to work around things. I believe this lady gives you a berry of some sort, their Chesto berry, and just up above is Kote's favorite berry, the Lepa berry. Once he found those, he was overjoyed. So here's 2 free Lepa berries for us. So they basically act as ethers. I believe they restore 10 PP to any one move, so just extra ethers are always good for a run like this where we can't heal our Pokemon via the Pokecenter. So onward we go, and I believe, yes, this way we can get an extra item. I think it's like an X defend or something not too useful, but you never know. Sometimes it can come in handy. So, we're just going to continue on, head off into the next town. So, just walk up here, and in this first house to the left, if you go up to the second floor, I believe, there's a little boy that gives you a free premier ball, and so any sort of extra resources that we can obtain via these methods, we may as well take advantage of. So there's our free premier ball, and that's all really that we can get from this house here. There's also a couple extra items in Rustboro that we want to take advantage of in obtaining. I don't think there's anything here. One of these houses offers a trade for a Makuhita or something, but we aren't really going to take advantage of that for now. I just don't feel like I need it as much, just for the fact that we will have Breloom later on. I believe it's in this house that the trade is offered. This person. This person. Nope, just a useless house. My bad. So we're gonna head down into this trainer school though, which does give us a kind of unique item. It's a bit of a gamble, but you may as well throw it on there because it has no negative effects. It just has a 10% chance of your Pokemon going first. So there you go, you get the Quick Claw, and even though the odds of it actually happening are very slim, there's no reason not to throw it on there just for the fact that you may, per chance, get a little luck thrown your way. Next house we're going to head up to is the Cutter's house, which is here. He's going to give us the HMO1, which is Cut, and even though we can't use it outside of battle to access any of those items at the moment, we can teach it to our Pokemon if we choose to, and I believe all of our Pokemon right now can't even learn it, so it doesn't really pose too much of a use for us right now. I'm just going to double check that. Teach Cut, yeah, none of our stuff can learn it. But in the meantime, I think that's all the useful items we can get for now. Eventually we'll get a Great Ball from the Devon Corp up here, but nothing else is really of use to us right now, so we're just going to move on to the next route. If we move up north here, this is a route we will be coming back to later for some extra items and stuff, but for now, the only item that we can get, and the one we do have access to, is a Super Potion, which, never going to turn down health items. They're always useful in a run like this, so just stick with them. So, onward we head down here, and off to the right is the next route. Even though we could go face the gym right now, I don't really trust Mudkip to face it until it's evolved into Marshtomp. Even though his name currently is Marshtomp, he's currently not evolved and not as strong as he could be. So, what I'm going to do is, there's a bug catcher down here, and I think there's a hidden item in like one of these patches of grass or something. No, it's the item's just here. So if I pick this up, I believe this trainer will now face me. Nope. So we're just gonna fight him. He's got a couple bug Pokemon, one of them being an Nincada, which I can use Mudkip against, but I think the first thing he sends out is a Wurmple. Yeah, that's right. So a Peck should be able to finish that thing off without too much of an issue. And almost does. And this route here in particular does offer level 8 Talos, which, as I think I mentioned earlier, is something I could have gone for. However, the reason I got a Talo early on was simply for its early advantage then, in just giving me that physical presence, not having to make me waste more Mudkip PP. As you can see, Mudkip got down to about 9 or 8 tackles remaining, and so to just maintain that advantage, it's always nice to have that early Talo rather than getting this one at level 8. Like, the difference between level 5 and 8 early on really isn't too big of a deal, for the fact that those levels don't really take too much experience to get back. So we're just going to make our progress here, throw a couple Pecks on, and finish this off with Quick Attack. I would like to reserve as many Quick Attacks as possible, but in the meantime, they don't really need to. So here we're gonna switch out to Mudkip though against Nincada, because Nincada is part ground type, and for that reason, Water Gun is going to be doing a little bit of extra damage. Even though Peck does have a Peck is super effective as well. We may as well throw Water Gun on there because Mudkip, as I said before, does need to evolve. So may as well get him the experience while I can. So there's a Bug Catcher finished off, and I believe I think I want to try to avoid this girl for now, if we can. Are you serious? That was just a mistake on my part. Again, we're gonna have a lot of those. I really wish I would get better at avoiding trainers in this, but that's just the breaks. And Breloom's still too low, I guess, at this point to really switch to it. And I don't think Meryl knows rollout at this level, so I'm just gonna throw some Pecks on and try and make it go away. That kind of sucks, and we're gonna take a lot of extra damage as a result of this. That kind of blows. Stupid Meryl. Crap. More damage. Whatever. We have some healing items that we need to make use of anyways, so hopefully we can finish this thing off without too much trouble. She only has one Meryl, which is kind of okay, and I think we're gonna learn Wing Attack at level 13 anyways, so may as well finish it off. So close, come on. Whatever. I'm just gonna get rid of Focus Energy when we get up to that next level anyways. So I do know that the next trainer though does have Geodude, and for that reason I am willing to just throw out Mudkip there to get those extra levels. So there's an example of a Tailo in this brute, and even though that one's only level 6, they do get up to level 8 here. I don't think there's any hidden items here. We do want to face this hiker. He does have 3 Geodudes, and for Mudkip, that's just free experience. You throw a Water Gun on, kill it. They're all level 8, and I believe at level 11 is what we're at now. We should be able to one-hit KO it with one Water Gun each, so I believe this will take us to maybe level 13 if I'm lucky. I don't know exactly how close it'll get us there. But there are a couple trainers with Geodudes as well in the gym, and we can use those to level up as well, so I'm not too concerned at this moment about getting to level 16. And if need be, there's also Nincadas in the wild in this route. So after getting to close enough to level 16, I'm simply going to finish things off by fighting a couple Nincadas and getting that additional experience that we need to get to level 16. So, almost level 13, that's not too bad. So at this point, I think I'd like to go back to the gym, but I may as well pick up a couple extra items that we can here. There's nothing over here, even though there's no hidden items over here, even though it looks like there could be. I know that rock looks kind of suspicious, but it's not really anything. And this up here is a secret base, so probably a mechanic I won't be using at all in this playthrough, unless it's just for fun. But up here we get a free Pokeball after countering a Whismur, which I believe is the only thing you can encounter in this route. We're not interested in any sort of Whismur, they just don't really provide too much of an advantage for us. At least not a use that I've found to make a decent impact in this type of playthrough. So, pick up our free Pokeball, and that's basically all we've came here for. Once I get access to Cut, I will explore the upper, or I guess that little section above Route 116, but for now we can't really explore that because none of our Pokemon do learn Cuts, so Marshtom's gonna just continue to run away from these guys. Apparently he's scared of them, but whatever. So, make our way back towards Rustboro and encounter a bunch of wild fights on the way. If I do see a wild Nincada on the way, I'm just gonna kill it. May as well get the extra experience since I'm probably going to be coming back later to finish them off anyways. So, come on Nincada, be a useful wild fight. Yes! Ha ha! Perfect. So, Mudkip's going to throw out a water gun, and I believe it'll one-hit KO at least at this level. And it does, so that's great. I believe Mudkip's working his way along here. Level 13 is perfectly fine. The only issue is we can't get to level 16 in the gym trainer fight because I won't evolve. I need to get to level 16 prior to the gym fight. That's one of the hilarious mistakes I've actually made in one of my testing runs. In the early portion of this game, I sent in Mudkip at level 15, realizing that I would evolve by fighting one of her Geodudes. However, upon getting to level 16, I realized I wouldn't evolve until after the fight, so that's kind of unfortunate from that regard. But these trainers here in the gym do have a bunch of Geodudes, and so from that aspect, I should be able to get to, I believe, at least level 15. So that puts me in a pretty decent position as far as I'm concerned. I do have enough water guns and enough ethers that if I do run out of water gun before I get to the to face the gym leader, I can just heal 10 PP and should be good for the rest of the fight. So finish off these Geodudes without too much of an issue. And I think there's one more trainer with another 3, or maybe he has 2. We'll see. But there's Roxanne up there, and she's our first gym leader. And once we beat her, we'll actually be able to use Cut outside of battle. But until we actually catch a Pokemon that can learn it, it still poses no use to us. But don't worry, we will be picking that up very quickly, because even though Cut isn't necessary to progress through the entire game, or at any point in the game, it is useful for picking up a number of items, and sadly that guy only had 1 Geodude. I thought he had more. So we're level 14, 95 experience to go, so I'm just going to head back to Route 116, and hopefully I'll get to level 16 before the end of the video. I'm just going to quickly use the speed up button to find Nincadas, basically, so. There's another one, throw a water gun. One down, and hopefully this will take us to level 15. 65 experience, so it's going to be... Actually, I need to go... I'll double check my water guns in the next fight. The next Nincada fight. No dice. There we go. Level 6 is... I guess okay. Whatever, it'll get us to level 15. I'm not too concerned about the levels. That's probably a marginal dip in experience. Okay, 65 and 55, so it's not too big of a deal. If I really cared too much, I would delete something. For Bide, I think I'm going to remove Growl, just for the fact that it's not that great. I basically just don't want to take any damage at all, so even though I've reduced the amount of physical damage I take, I just don't want to take any at all, so I'm more concerned with throwing on offensive moves for now. If it were Tail Whip, I might consider keeping it, but even though I probably won't use Bide at all in this run, I may as well just throw it on there just for whatever reason. So back to hunting Nincadas. So there's an example of a level 8 Tailo, and here's another Nincada. Now, let me just check one thing here. So we need 475, and we currently have 14 water guns. That's kind of okay. We should be in a decent position to get to the gym, or to get to level 16, evolve, and be prepared for the gym. If not, I'll just throw on a Lepa Berry or an Ether or something, and we'll move on. Unfortunately, that Tailo was faster than us, but we were able to run away without too much of an issue. So, all that Tailo did was focus energy up anyways, so I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, there we go. I believe if all goes to plan, we should finish... Actually, I just want to face level 7 Nincadas at this point. I can't afford to waste that extra bit of experience. I know that completely contradicts what I said just a few moments ago, but whatever. There's a whole point where I'm probably going to contradict myself at some point in this run, so I may as well get that out of the way. So, there we go. Nincada goes down, and yeah, we're just gonna get to level 16 before the end of this video. So it'll be a little bit over time this time around, but that has been the case for the past 2 parts, so we may as well continue the trend, right? Why not? Come on, Taylor, get out of here. Just give me an Nincada. That's all I ask for. Oh, shoot. I almost got into a wild fight with that trainer there. Downside to speed up button is it's sometimes hard to control the actions. Just an Nincada. Just an Nincada. Let's go. Skitty. Look at that. That 4% chance, right? Okay, Nincada is not that hard to find. Let's go. Really? This is kind of ridiculous. Come on! Let's go! Ah, level 6. Dang it. Level 6! Come on! I finally find one. Let's go. Alright, serious business. Let's go. Come on. Give me some luck. Downside to speed up button. You get to listen to horrible, high-pitched music, and I get to not find the Pokemon that I'm looking for. Whoa. That was also another... Yes! Level 7. Thank you! I hate those sections. It just takes forever. And if I wasn't speeding that up, just imagine how long that would have been. That probably would have been at least 10 minutes without finding a wild Nincada. I don't know. Kind of stupid. Like, they aren't that rare. I believe it's only... even though it's just like a 10-15% chance, that was way more than 10 battles. And that's kind of stupid. There we go. Not one. I believe we're gonna need at least 2 more Nincadas after this one. Just gonna take a look at where we're at. Yeah, 2 or 3. So we're almost there though, and I believe once we evolve, that's when all I left this part. So there we go. Speed through. Throw a water gun, and I'm just gonna double check. Should be 2 more. 85 experience, yeah, so whether they're level 6 or 7 at this point, I don't care. Just gonna kill whatever it is. There's probably better ways of gaining this experience, but this is one of the ways I found to be kind of okay, just for the fact that Water Gun does one-shot these things, and they're at a decent level where you get a decent amount of experience in return for them. I could probably face like one of the Zigzagoons as well, but I just don't want to risk it using Growl and wasting my time, forcing me to use multiple attacks. So at this point, throwing on a Water Gun seems to be the most effective path. Alright, so there we go. Finish off Nincada, and after we get that experience, we get to level 16, and we get to evolve. So, so far this part's been pretty decent. Got Mudkip up to the part where he was able to evolve, and basically picked up all the free items that we can get around here. So, in our next part though, I think we're gonna use our newly evolved Marshtomp, and head off to the Rustboro gym. So, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as I am. In the meantime, gotta get rid of something for Mudshot, and unfortunately our newly learned move Bide, which we just got, I believe it's gotta go. We still have a decent amount of experience on everything else. Mud Slap is still useful, even just for the accuracy drop, and Bide just doesn't really get as much use as it could, I believe. So, get rid of Bide, learn in Mudshot, which is pretty decent because we do get Stab on it now that we are evolved. And after all of that is said and done, I think we're going to end things off just in front of this gym here. So it's been a fantastic part, and hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.